Speak up quietly!
The Foot are about to ambush the Turtles' Sewer Playset. But thanks to the Turtles' Periscope, it's no surprise.
Take cover!
The Foot are attacking with their sewer ball. Watch out, Turtles, or you'll wind up in the recovery room. Oh no, Retro Mutant news. The Shredder's up to his old tricks. And speaking of going up, the Turtles are taking the elevator to street level to make a call on Shredder using their private line.
Reach out and crush someone.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Playmates.
Welcome everyone to Alpha vs. Xennial, where we love to cover toys, games, TV shows, movies, and more from generations past to generations present. The little dude and I are finally releasing a project we had worked on since back in 2020, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sewer Playset in the form of a YouTube Shorts commercial. Here we transposed the audio from the original Playmates Toys TMNT Sewer Playset commercial and built our own set out of whatever pieces we had laying around, giving it that authentic and gritty look. Yeah, sure, that design was intentional. Needless to say, back between 2016 and 2017, we got our hands on the officially licensed TMNT Technodrome by what was formerly known as Mega BLOKS. Admittedly, I was instantly nostalgic for the TMNT figures inspired by the late 80s cartoon. Marketing on Mega's unique superposable figures, this line was an instant hit for me and the little dude. Although the licenses for the mini line has shrunk, whereas before we were getting figures from the series lines of Aliens, Predator, Terminator, Assassin's Creed, Futurama, and other franchises, it's still around but just limited to a few concentrated lines like Pokemon, Halo, and Mattel brand products like Masters of the Universe, Barbie, and Hot Wheels. To be fair, Mega did do quite a bit with the Turtles run in the past, giving us things like the Technodrome like I mentioned before, the big giant Krang with his android body, the Turtle Van, the gray colored scheme original comic book dioramas, and even some kid-friendlier stuff influenced by the 2012 TMNT animated cartoon by Nickelodeon. All I have to say to Nickelodeon and the parent company Mattel, who owns the Mega brand, y'all need to bring the Turtles line back, and we need a sewer playset. Pay attention executives, I said need, not want. And let's not forget Playmates Toys with a comeback of the release of the vintage lines. We got the van, the blimp, some figures, now we need our sewer playset and Technodrome, and okay, we're gonna make a separate video for that. Inspired by the construction block possibilities, this is our attempt to show off what the building block TMNT sewer playset could be. Of course, we built it out of various pieces that we had on hand, mostly from the Mega BLOKS line, but there are a few Lego pieces here too. We tried to match it as best we could. I made sure that we scaled it good enough to fit an adult hand so that it can go inside the set. I've got shots here that I gathered showing some of the comparisons of the sewer set. The original Playmates Toys set had stickers and sculpted deco, and I tried to bring those features as something more functional to the building blocks realm to give the sewer home a more interactive and toyetic quality. For those of you who are super attentive, you will see some obvious inconsistencies like our use of the Minecraft Creeper Cup, which we used to hold some of the dry ice to give it that mist effect. The majority of these pieces are from the Mega brand, but like I mentioned before, there are a few Legos mixed in here as well. You might catch some Halo, Call of Duty, and Assassin's Creed pieces here that we used along with the green sewer pipes from the TMNT, which were a perfect fit. I even had some large manhole covers which open up like the original toy line and were a perfect fit for the majority of Mega's line of minifigures. I scanned in color pictures of the sticker decos from the original toy, printed those on paper, and laminated them to use them as my own sticker decos for this building block set. You notice that the fire hydrant Periscope also does twist and turn. I didn't show this feature off in the video, but the wood slat gate up top on the street level actually folds up and down as a feature inspired by the TMNT video game when foot soldiers smashed through the background and started fighting the turtles. I used a 6-sided connector piece to make this sewer spike ball. I loved how it turned out, however, it really was a struggle to try to get this down the pipe when I dropped it through the top, which you can see a few times here repeatedly that I tried to use my finger to push it all the way through. It always seemed to get caught. Rarely though, it would actually make it all the way through, but I just wish that the pieces would scale down just by like a millimeter or two so this wouldn't be such a problem. All in all though, it was still a lot of fun to build. In the Periscope and Med Bay section, you will see a few stickers trying to portray a sense of depth that there is more to the Turtles' home. Funny enough, we actually built what you are seeing here in the stickers, but we haven't gotten a chance to record it. When I designed the construction version of this set, I purposefully made space so that you can actually expand on the sewer set. It was like getting your basic set, then you can add additional rooms as an expansion. I did both the bunk beds and the kitchen. If we can get enough motivating support like likes and subscribes, we may try to show off this in the future. The Med Bay was fun, but I couldn't get another large green pipe to stick partially out of the wall like the original set. Instead, I had to substitute for something much bulkier. I guess it's just the nature of building with only pieces that you have on hand to make things work. Still, I was able to use the actual construction pieces like the pizza and Ninja Star on the built rug with a pizza box sticker on top just for kicks. The street level from the original set was a nice touch too, as it made the toy set not just like a house to play in, but a bit of a battleground too with its own features right on top. My favorite was the elevator, which slid up and down via a small handle on the right side of the set. It's not a difficult feature to build, but looking back, I wish I would have made it a little less bulky. Even though the building blocks were smooth, there are a few instances where the elevator would hit a snag and I would have to move the handle at the right angle to ensure the pieces would fit through the opening just perfectly. Otherwise it would get stuck. Also, I'm going to call it out here, in the commercial it's Raph who goes up and not Mikey. We've been working on this project over the course of a few years and my original design was busted and I could not recall for the life of me how I got the original design to work like I did before. Here I'm just demonstrating the rough concept of how it could possibly work, although I may need to go back to the drawing board again on this one. Slime. Good old classic slime. Anytime you can add slime as a play value, it just makes that interaction much more fun. Now, slime with Mega or Lego pieces can be a pain. You definitely need some laminate stickers so that they aren't destroyed by the slime. Also, you need slime with a perfect amount of consistency, not too liquid so that it seeps through the building block cracks, and not too thick so it can't go down through the smaller holes like the street level sewer grate or manhole cover. Slime is such a great pairing that fits perfectly with the TMNT line. That is, it makes it such a brilliant marketing concept so a company can sell you a playset, then keep reselling you their branded version of slime to go along with said playset. Here we bought some cheap dollar store slime that worked perfectly though. Although fair warning, you will need to clean it up right away so you don't let the slime dry out. Dry slime on building block pieces can be such a pain to clean up. Again, the consistency of this particular dollar store slime was a perfect match. I mentioned before, we tried to bring the sticker and sculpted features of the original playset to life, and something that was actually functional. The Danger Toxic Leak Pipe was a fun one to incorporate. On the back of the set, we built a 1x2 opening. This slime consistency was thick, so I had to force it through. But as you can see, the slime actually came out from the top and through the gray pipe. It wasn't too bad to clean up, as you can simply just pull out the slime through the openings. What about the right side of the wall where the elevator handle's at, the stairs, the ladder, the construction traffic barricade, and what looks like to be a gas pump? Well, I built that with practical pieces that the minifigures can actually hang on to. The sewer grate up at the top gave me another idea for a slime feature that can actually add more value. See, looking at the stickers and sculpted deco as a kid always sparked my imagination. I always wished that these features were real and actually worked. Here in the building block set, I can make that happen. It's a perfect trap to use when a figure is trying to climb to the street level and then all of a sudden get dumped on with ooze. Well, that does it for us. This was definitely a fun project for both the little dude and I that we built and shot a long time ago. We recognize that it's not 100% consistent, but you know, this is what you get when you get a dad and son to tackle something like this big. Admittedly, this was fun and we still have this toy set today, even after 4 years. If you liked what you saw, please make sure that you like and subscribe to help us grow. Showing your support goes a long way for us. Remember, whether you're from Generation Alpha or Xennial, before or beyond, keep collecting what makes you happy and healthy. Thanks once again, and we'll see you next time.